And so when you open up your mouth and pray, come on here, all it takes is combustion. Get that match and just throw it out there. See what happens if you just throw it out there on your grass and see what happens. Just one match. Isn't that what happened to Tennessee? We love going to Tennessee, but that came just because somebody. It just destroyed millions of dollars worth of stuff. One match. And God said the land is mourning. He said, everyone who lives in it languishes, along with the wild animals and the birds of the sky. Even the fish of the sea disappear. There's some place where they talk about the fish and stuff in the rivers and stuff will get sick. Because the earth is saying, it's polluted. It ain't right. It said, but let no one dispute, let no one argue, for my case is against you priests. So when you look at Revelation 1, it talks about we're kings and priests. So God's saying, I got this problem. The land is in this shape because of church people. Because of believers. It's the people who say that they know the way. It's people who say that they know the Lord. He said, but I got a problem with you priests. He said, because you will stumble by day, the prophet will also stumble with you by night. He said, and I will destroy your mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because you have rejected knowledge. You have rejected me. You have rejected prayer. You have rejected spending time with me, because I need you to turn down your plate. I need you to fast. I need you to open up your mouth, and I need you to cry. I need you to cry and cleanse yourself, because you have defiled my temple. I ain't talking about the building church. He's talking about you. He said, you defiled me. Where have I defiled you? You defiled him by being a liar. You defiled him by cheating on your taxes. You defiled him by talking against your neighbor. You defiled him by murdering people with your thoughts. You defiled him by mumbling and complaining. You defiled the temple of God. Look what he said. He said, because I reject you from serving me as my priest, since you have forgotten the law of God. He said, I told you not to put your mouth. He said, touch not my anointing, do my prophet no harm. And we do it anyway. He said, when we sit up there, we come in the church. The Bible says, faith without works is dead. We come in church and don't believe, don't have faith. We have already defiled our temple. He said, how can I live inside of you? And there's no faith. How can I live in you and you don't even understand? You don't even understand. You pray. You come to God telling him your problems and not telling him your solution. The Bible says that often as you do this in remembrance of me. He said, give me back my word. Give me my word. Let me know that you know what you're talking about. Let me know that you know who you believe in. Let me know that you know that I'm the true and living God. Let me know that I'm the one that will heal you. Let me know that I'm your only solution. But see, we can't say that because we men move. But God is getting worse. God, I've been praying, but I don't see no difference. God said, I want to know, even if it's getting worse, do you still believe me over what you see? He said, because I will reject you for serving as my priest, since you have forgotten the laws of your God. I will also forget your son. He said, in other words, since you can't do what you need to do, I forget your children. See, that's a spiritual law. Because we don't manifest. We do not show people when we go out here and live in this world, because we're not showing them a difference. God's saying you're violating kingdom principles. Why do we seem to be comfortable to do this? Turn your Bibles to Matthew 15. Matthew 15, the word defilement, it means unclean. It means polluted. It means that we have allowed situations and circumstances to take us from our original place. In other words, you used to not be a liar. But because of things that you're going through, you allowed your heart to become hard. Because the people hurt you, you don't become bitter, you don't become angry, you begin to resent. So we have allowed situations and circumstances to make us into something that we never was. So when we look at God, we look at him angry because we're saying, I don't understand. And he's saying, you praying, yeah. You declaring, decreeing, yeah. But you still dirty. You ever see your child say, Mom, I just took a bath, and you get a towel and you wash their ears, and you say, oh, they're going to make a nation. You know you ain't clean. Oh, they done jumped in there within 1 minute. What? I still smell you. Go on back in there in that shower. That's what Jesus said. Look at verse 1. Matthew 15 will say, then the Pharisees and the scribes came from Jerusalem to Jesus and asked, why do your disciples break the tradition of the elders? See, that's what's wrong. People are concerned about church and not concerned about relationship. Because that's what they was asking him. Why you ain't doing our traditions? For they don't wash their hands when they eat. We see y'all don't wash y'all hands when you eat. And you got some people like that. We'll knock somebody down. I know you ain't wash your hands. You ain't going my mouth with your dirty hands. Well, here it is. You ain't forgave your sister in 5 years. You don't think you dirty? You see what I'm saying? But we more concerned about the pot than we is our inside. But listen what he said. He said, and Jesus answered them, why do you break God's commandment because of your tradition? For God said, honor your father and your mother, and the one who speaks evil of his father or his mother must be put to death. Now Jesus saying, here it is, you want to tell me that I ain't washed my hand, but here it is, you disrespect your mama and your daddy. But then, yeah, you try to tell me I'm wrong. He said, here it is, the Bible said, honor thy mother and thy father. You can't even honor them. Not even your spiritual mother and your father. Come on here. But you want to try to preach to me what's right and what's wrong? But Jesus said, but say, whoever tells his father or mother, what benefit you may have received from me is a gift committed to the temple, and he does not have to honor his father. In this way, you have revoked God's word because of your tradition. Hypocrites. See, in other words, you don't understand. My mother gave me away, but you know what? You don't understand that your mother, if she would have kept you, you probably would have been on the streets. But you mad because Big Mama kept you. Now understanding, that was the best thing that she could have did. But instead of you seeing it that way, you mad and you angry because she had to eat out the trash can. But you mad, I wanted to be with you. She said, but I wanted better for you. I wanted you to have a meal every day. 3 times a day. Instead of eating out the trash can what somebody else don't want. But we don't want to look at that. We want to put the blame because you gave me away. But then when you look at how she lived, you like, well, I wouldn't want to eat out no trash can. At least you know Big Mama went to the grocery store and bought the food that you ate. But we hold a resentment for Mother because she wasn't there.